what it must have been like for the first person who realized, oh my god, if I just didn't kill the flower at the beginning.
Crazy. Alrighty, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings, dear spirits, and welcome to Tables of Tartarus, a division of Purgatory Corner where fate is bound by dice and stories are carved into eternity. I'm your storyteller, Sinspeaks, and today we're going to be continuing the tale of Tyrant's Wrath. Take your seat at the table and let threads destiny unravel before you, for every story has a reader, and shall we share your stories. Welcome on in Ray, congrats on getting first. Welcome in Pocket, welcome in Ducky, welcome in Azario, and thank you, Ray, for doing your thingamabobs. If you could, can I pin this? Oh,
I got you.
Yay. Sometimes it likes to let me pin, and sometimes it doesn't like to let me pin, and it's very annoying which one it decides is its happy-go-lucky day at any given time. Of course, I forgot to set up Spirit City, but that's fine. I'll do that now. Alrighty, so as always, we're going to get started with our lovely session prompt, and then we'll be moving on into a recap and then into the game itself. If you guys haven't done a session prompt with us before, basically they're a way for us to kind of get either into your character's heads or into your head as a player, and then you guys are welcome to do this inside the chat as well for your own characters if you guys are interested in doing so. Be this for a game you're making, a book you're making, a fanfic that you like, or just a character that you have inside of your head for various reasons. The session prompt for today for Ania, I do believe, is if adventuring wasn't an occupation, what would your character be doing instead?
I need to ask you a follow-up question for it. So, adventuring's not an occupation, but would Ania still have gotten the prophecy?
We'll say for this prompt, no.
Okay. If she hadn't have gotten the prophecy, she would still be at the druid circle, you know, becoming a druid.
Mm-hmm.
I believe she would focus on that for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
She may have actually gotten involved in the Haven politics if she kept visiting.
Ooh.
Or maybe someplace else. Because she...
Ania the politician. That's a scary spot.
She would be so terrifying. She would probably get into it while still doing her druid stuff. It really depends on what would happen, but I can see a lot of different pathways, but probably something either like politician, Haven. Maybe she would have still been scouted for the position of the seat in the Elven Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
If she had ever met Dakota and found out about the changeling thing, she might make adventurer a position or go further into politics to try and find a way to still help her dad's legacy.
Interesting. I like that. All right. Cyril, if adventuring wasn't an occupation, what would your character be doing instead?
So I think he would still be somewhere right in the middle between handling the Moondust drug ring and trying to figure out a way to go and take care of, because this is assuming that nothing else is different,
more or less. Like, what if your character wasn't an adventurer, if adventuring wasn't the path that they were going to take, what path would they take instead?
He would just be continuing his mission. It would, I think it might eventually have led organically to him being asked by the orcs to maybe represent them a little further in the council, but in the end he still would have been basically this like just outside the guardsman type guardsman.
Mm-hmm.
that he was doing.
Yeah. Cool.
Probably would have ran afoul of the council eventually. Like it would have been like the full bat. It would have been the full Batman arc. Like eventually you become the bad guy.
Eventually just
He just
pissing off like half the
becomes
guards.
his occupation just becomes cryptid. That cryptid guy out in the woods of the town.
Yeah, like eventually.
Oh, that'd be great. Alrighty. Galmar, if adventuring wasn't an occupation, what would your character be doing instead?
Okay, so this one's actually really tricky because as much as I would just want to say he'd probably become a mercenary or bounty hunter, that's kind of the same thing functionally speaking in a lot of ways, especially as how Galmar's using it.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say he'd probably fully commit to the huntsman, and that he had claimed to be over in the Ironspire Peaks, and then just transition into more travel oriented after his sister was kidnapped.
Oh.
I mean, he's already got the position, he's already got the reputation, and no one's going to question a random guy with a weapon wandering out in the wilderness, especially if he's carrying an animal that somebody's expected to eat.
You know, that's fair. That's fair. Alrighty. Dakota, if adventuring wasn't an occupation, what would your character be doing instead? You're muted, Dakota.
Sorry about that. I started monologue. That was embarrassing.
Mic check.
So, yeah. So it kind of depends.
You're echoing a little bit, Cyril. You're echoing a little bit, Cyril.
Take care.
Keep going.
Okay, so if he kind of became an adventurer kind of because of the situation that being a bounty hunter I had put him in. So I guess like if he was still freed from the elves because of the night, then I guess he would end up kind of being some kind of weird assassin type thing. I would just kind of lean into that. If he wasn't under the night, but was also still freed from the elves, I could kind of see him just kind of settling down somewhere, like in hiding, just being a citizen. So
it's a weird thought.
yeah, pretty much. Like you would just be like in hiding. You'd just be like a regular guy, maybe a writer.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah, but I think if he wasn't like an adventurer, if he wasn't kind of going for like the cowboy thing and then just kind of splintered off from the night, I could see him being like kind of a villain. Really, he would like straight up assassin, just kind of killing people. Two very different paths.
Okay, but real talk, politician Ania and spy master Dakota though.
I'm kind of here for that.
That would be wild. Alrighty.
That's an insane AU.
Aldith, if adventuring wasn't an occupation, what would your character be doing instead?
Full villain arc. If we're under the assumption that her village still got raided and everything, she'd just be straight up assassin. She'd be hunting people down left and right, no cares in the world, because these people need their comeuppance anyway, no matter if she's an adventurer or not. She'd be like a big bad, I think. I think that she would, truthfully, like, just, I think all her morals would go out the window.
Just like it's time for murder.
It is time for everyone to get their blood splattered all over the place. Like, she no cares.
Alrighty.
It's a theme for when that campaign's gonna work.
Alrighty. Sapphire. If adventuring wasn't an occupation, what would your character be doing instead?
Oh, let's be honest, Sapphire's still gonna be an adventurer. No matter if she's getting paid for it or not.
She's on an adventure, just like, I'm doing my own thing. Everyone's like, that's not really a thing. She's just like, I'm making a thing, bitches.
Yeah, but if she had to make money, it'd probably be like for like hunting or something of that sort.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I like that. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for the answers to your session prompt. As always, it's wonderful to kind of get a look-see into your head and kind of seeing how your characters are, as well as the directions that they could have taken if things were ever so slightly different. As that is always a very fun thing to look into the mindsets of your characters. But yes, we're gonna move on into the recap. Oh, excuse me. Into the recap.
Bless you.
Thank you. And we're gonna move into that bit. So, to the best of my memory, Ania and Dakota went with the ambassador, kind of walking with her and kind of seeing Technolopolis and just the general city of Harmonious Haven in a slightly different light, in quite literally the light of the moonlight, but in a slightly different perspective than she usually has. Obviously, she was a little bit, intoxicated, and by a little bit I mean intensely, thanks to, actually I think she got it from, who'd she get it from? Was it Aldous?
She got it from Gelmar's supply. She started out with Gelmar's supply. She also had a hallucinogenic mushroom that Ania handed her that she got from Cyril. And after she had, because Gelmar had, the nice, really light drink, she had that, but then because she was already on that, she had a few more drinks after that of her own volition.
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, so she got to see, or I guess present the Harmonious Haven in a slightly different light, and Nia and Dakota got to talk with her about the different ways that they were seeing everything. Sapphire and Aldith got to have a kind of chit-chat with each other, kind of heart to heart, and Sapphire kind of explained a little bit more of listening to the laughter of the Feywild in her head a lot, as well as Bill, just in general, to Aldous. And Cyril and Gelmar were, Cyril was out cold, and Gelmar was, if I remember correctly, it was also more or less, sleeping, or, possibly knocked out. I don't quite recall what was happening to you, Gelmar. Do you remember what was happening to you?
The last thing I remember doing was picking up an item from Glimmers, but I'm pretty sure I did that with Sapphire by my side, so I'm certain that we got back and took some level of a rest after the fact.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you guys, I believe, all got some rest after that point, and then the next day came around, you and Sapphire went to Glimmer, I think also with Cyril, if I do recall correctly, because I think she called him old.
Sounds right.
And then you guys all collectively went to go talk to the ambassador, kind of telling her your guys' next moves, the fact that you guys are able to very quickly get over to Star Shadow Kingdom without telling her too many details. She gave you guys essentially a letter with her insignia that basically will allow you guys to have free travel within the city, assuming, of course, that you guys don't get found out specifically by her siblings. But it's very unlikely that they will know you guys are in town unless you guys really make it a point to let them know, because they don't seem to really hyper-focus on the town itself all too much, at least from what she was able to tell you. And then if I recall correctly, you guys all left the house aside from Aldith, who stayed behind in order to ask the ambassador about her sibling, Greta.
Subtle corrections. It was only Aldith, Ania, and Dakota who went to talk to the ambassador, while Cyril,
Okay. Yeah, that's what my
Gelmar,
mix-up is.
and
My bad.
Sapphire went to Glimmers. They were happening simultaneously.
Ah, okay.
That's what it was. My bad.
Oh, you're good.
It's okay. I just want to. That's. I'm pretty sure what happened. Like that's, like
No, that
pretty
sounds right.
like clear from what I remember.
Damn it, Gelmar, you're fired.
What was that? You kind of
Hey,
muffled.
I have an all right memory, but not a perfect one.
Damn it, Gelmar, you're fired.
You can't fire him. We need him.
All right. So, yeah, you guys are inside, or at least the three, well, not three of you. Aldith, you were inside
Yes.
of that area. Ania and...
Ania and Dakota had started leaving with Aldith, and then Aldith was like, wait a moment, and she wanted to go talk to the ambassador, and Ania was like, I got you, and she like thumbs up, and they let the door close, so Ania and Dakota are just outside with the guards, or one of the guards, and Aldith is inside with the ambassador alone.
Yeah.
All right. So what was the question that you had specifically for her, Aldith?
I think it was like along the lines of like what had happened to cause like the rift in the family, because she's like 99.9% sure that Greta is her sister. She's like, hey girl, so I just want some background details because she my wifey. So at least that's what from what I remember, I think that's what happened, but I could be wrong.
I remember she asked, like, before the door closed, like, hey, can I ask you what happened? And then the ambassador was like, you know what, sure, and invited her back in to talk. I think that's how it went.
Okay. So yeah, you guys, the two of you kind of sit down. Well, I mean, the ambassador was already sitting, but you sit down across from her, kind of more or less where you were sitting before. And she kind of is sipping on probably the same alcohol that she was sipping on during the party. As she just kind of smiles softly at you, and she says, what would she say? She would say, so is there any specifics that you are looking for? Do you want more of a general statement?
Aldith will sort of like shuffle her little feet. She's a little anxious. But I suppose I'm just, how do I phrase it lightly? I suppose curiosity is gnawing at me to know why she's just Greta now. Not that there's anything wrong with her being just Greta. I'm just there's some backstory that I'm missing context to.
Most are. It was 50 years ago, I believe. Maybe longer. She often had a thing for sneaking away from Star Shadow. But a lot of the children of, well, our bloodlines, they don't quite like the idea of being stuck within the hierarchy, so it is. Some are removed, and then some choose to leave. It's very rare considering everything, but it does happen. Greta decided to leave so very long ago because she wanted to interact with the world around her. She believed that we were, how'd you put it? stuffy, I believe, was her phrasing. And she really hated the idea that the people that we explored, that we witnessed, we weren't able to learn more about. She had all kinds of books, journals, notes, and ideas from our grandmother, and she just didn't believe that they connected with how the High Elves were nowadays.
So she's just as curious as I am.
Yes, she's always had a dangerous streak to her. Now, she's never quite understood the idea that we don't experience the world in the same way others do. She always believed it more of a challenge, something that she can watch, listen to, learn. Kind of like when you read a book, except those books are everyone else's lives. For most High Elves, this is, well, like reading a book. You try not to get too attached, as there's always an ending. She believes that getting attached is the point. The ending is why you read the book.
Olive will sort of take in this information. She won't prod, but I think it does, like, settle something in her that maybe was a little nervous before.
In case you are wondering, the reason why she goes by Greta is because once you leave the family, you do not come back to the family. Even your descendants are no longer considered blood.
Well, that's a little harsh.
Yes, I've always believed so. But that is how it is. High Elves do not have the same kind of families that everyone else does. We go based off of soul rather than blood. And unfortunately, when you leave that by choice or by force, you are no longer considered a part of it. And since there is no blood connecting you in the same way that there might be for, she kind of gestures to you, wood elves or humans, effectively you are removed in the most literal way possible.
I feel like this is something so profound, but I think it might, like, I don't know, it makes sense in the moment where, I don't know. There's a thought where my mind is going where it all connects really nicely into a spider web, but I don't know if it's the right thing to say or the right time to say it. I do think that, like, realization would sort of, like, show on Alda's face a little bit, but she's gonna keep it to herself.
Okay. Is there any other questions that you have for me?
Sorry. I have thoughts and then they're making me giggle. Aldith would sort of get all, like, sheepish and blushy again. And I think she would just be, like, so silly of a question to ask, but she's like, Do you think it'll work out?
Aww. Aww.
So cute. She
Do you
chuckles
think
softly
it'll
for a
work?
moment as she kind of nods and she says, I think it will work out for whatever remains of your lifetime. Every time I've ever seen Greta gain a new partner, she stays with them until they die. However short or long that may be.
Aldith will get giddy and like sort of just bounce in her spot on like the like chair or whatever she's sitting in, like a little kid. She'll probably then go like she'll come down, she'll like and then she'll probably stand and like hold out her hand for her to shake.
She gently shakes your hand back.
Thank you for the impromptu story time, I suppose. It doesn't matter. Thank you for giving me more insight.
You are more than welcome. It is not a story we often share, so it's one that's... Well, it is nice being able to say it after so long.
Aldith will there's a little like understanding in her expression. She'll like motion towards the door and be like, I should go. I think Ania and Dakota are waiting for me.
Indeed. Your journey has just begun, as many would say. Good luck on your adventures, Aldith.
Aldith will give like a cute little bow and then she'll leave.
The guard, of course, follows from behind you, and as you both step out, he closes the door and steps to the other side of, the door, just kind of like watching the three of you, as now both guards are silently staring.
Aldith's outside now.
Yeah.
Ania waves very happily at the guards and is like, "Thank you."
They both slowly nod.
And she'll turn to Aldith like, "How'd it go?" And she'd like sort of turn away to start walking back to the cottage with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you talk about? Was it serious business?
Aldith will be like sort of giggly. She's like, her cheeks are probably red and she's like looking down at her feet and she's like, it was good. It was fine.
It was insightful.
Does that mean it wasn't serious business? Does that mean it was?
I would say it's serious business.
Business.
And she'll give
Yes.
like one of those like faux serious like looks, like it was serious.
A
Okay.
pseudo-serious nod.
And Nia's visibly trying not to tell Dakota what's going on. But she looks like she wants to talk so bad.
Is this very obvious?
For Nia, yeah.
Aldith would sort of like motion like with a nod and like towards Dakota for Ania to be like, yeah, you can if you want.
And Nia's so relieved, and she like leans over to Dakota, and she's like,
They talked about all this date the other night.
Oh.
Oh.
and Ania's happy. And she would generally just be like,
Is there anything anyone else needs before we go back to the cottage?
I can't think of nothing.
Above game, Gelmar is picking up Aldous' sword, right?
I think I'll leave that up to Sin of whether or not it's ready yet, or if I have to wait another couple days of the time in the Haven before we are.
Fair.
Considering he would know it would be a rush order since you guys are more or less going, I would say he probably would have rushed to complete it. So it would be done by the time you guys are ready to leave. Yeah.
Whenever, yay! Whatever day we want.
Hell
we still
yeah.
need to talk about how the energy system works on that thing.
You know, we do.
Indeed. Indeed.
That's okay. I'll get there. But yeah. So with Gelmar, Sapphire, and Cyril, I assume you guys are mostly just wandering. I know Cyril, you had a couple of things that you were talking about doing and wandering around with. I don't quite recall everything though.
It was really just something that I was going to be doing in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Like, unless no one else had anything else they wanted to do, it was really just going to be sort of the next morning.
Yeah.
Kind of prepping the next morning he would have been getting ready to head out on some errands, and he would have looked at the rest of the party in an attempt to sort of keep his end of the deal of not going off alone anymore. He would have offered for one of them to come with him. Like, I have errands I need to run today. They will take all day. If any of you would like to come with, you may.
Nope.
I
Okay.
did not. Oh, sorry. Are we all back at the cottage yet? I thought this was in transit on the way back.
I'm thinking this is like next morning.
Oh,
Next
okay.
morning. Okay, so is it? I don't think it's next morning yet.
Not yet.
No.
So yeah, you guys would be heading back. I would say the next morning you guys would be able to get the sword as well. So currently you guys, all three of you, would be heading back to the college. You guys talked with Glimmer, if I recall correctly, to get a few things.
We got the item that lets us track the position of Gelmar's sister, though it has a lot less range than Gelmar was hoping.
True. Okay, but yeah, so you guys start heading home. If there's anything you guys would like to talk about while you head home, you guys are welcome to. Such as bringing up that the next morning is going to take all day. Or you guys can wait until you are back home to talk about that.
You know what? While we're walking back, while we're walking back, Cyril would have kind of like looking at Gelmar's collar, looking back at the spear, looking back at the collar, at that crack that that Rue made in it.
I think Ania made the rune, the crack. Yeah.
Was it? Okay, sorry.
That
You're fine.
that was when everyone was in like the dreamscape, and Gelmar and Ania were alone and did mischief without telling anyone. And when they found them, they were both knocked out cold in the rain.
Yeah.
I'm still astounded nobody even bothered to ask what that was about.
I think they asked. I remember them asking.
I don't remember that, to be honest. I just remember them coming back. They both wake up, and they're both just allowed to have a normal morning. If they did ask, they didn't do it until way later.
I know that Cyril didn't ask any questions because, just out of respect and letting you guys, if you wanted to say something, but I don't remember about everybody else.
Mhm. But yeah, you're looking at Galmar's cracked collar.
Yeah. And knowing how like tough the material is that the spear is made out of, I wonder if we could possibly get that off of your neck using this, and just kind of indicating the spear.
You'll have to forgive my words died in my head. You'll have to forgive my skepticism, but I'm still yet to find something that could do more to it than it's already done. I'm not convinced. It kind of feels like what happened, even just to receive that crack, was more luck than anything else. But if you've a mind to try it, I would not be opposed to allow such. Just be ready. It has a pretty strong burst in every sense of the word. We should probably save tests like that till we're at least a few paces away from the town.
I suppose that could be, yeah. Either that or on the training grounds, maybe. The training grounds are used to taking big hits.
Yes, but I don't think anyone's seen anyone take a spear to someone's throat at the training grounds before.
Maybe. Once or twice. Lost my cool.
I'll just say if it was a spear, more likely it was a pole. Done as a demonstration, not something that could actually hurt.
Sure, yeah, totally. There was a pole attached to it. But anyways, why don't we keep going?
Jesus Christ.
He blinks a couple times, confused for shaking his head with a smile, while following the rest back.
Alright. As you guys get back to the cottage, I'll say roughly within 10-15 minutes of both groups would have arrived together. And yeah, you guys kind of get back home, and yeah, you guys are able to talk to each other.
There you are. How did the negotiations go?
Oh, they went splendidly. We learned lots of really good information.
Indeed. I'll be glad to chat about it inside.
Yes. Anything immediate you guys found out?
Gelmar will pull out the gizmo Glimmer gave him.
Nice.
It should be capable of detecting the presence of my sister's magics, but I'm afraid it's not likely to have as good of a range as I was hoping. We'll likely need to find some other way to get into the town than through the ley lines, unfortunately.
That's fine. What's the range on it?
God, I believe it was like a mile at best.
Yeah, roughly a mile, and you'll be able to see the direction. And then as you start getting within a couple, I believe, 100 yards, you will be able to, like, it will start, like, actively pulling you towards the person you're looking for.
I'd say a couple kilometers, roughly. It will, though it will not likely be enough to track from afar.
That's fine. I think you'll be really happy to hear what I found out from the ambassador. Whenever everyone's ready, we could talk about it inside.
Sounds good. Had a couple things I need to chat about as well. Or to chat about as well in there, on the subject of our travels. I'm sorry, my speech skills are terrible.
No, you're fine. You sound normal to me.
Mm-hmm.
Has everyone eaten?
And she'll like look to Aldith.
I will gladly make dinner if anyone has any suggestions.
Is Aldith, like, still blushing?
I'd say there's some residual.
Mhm.
Like, there's some pink on her, like, the points of her ears and her, like, the apples of her cheeks.
Cyril's gonna turn to look at her. Aldith, you seem flush.
And he starts to head inside, abandoning Aldith.
How does one say, wouldn't you like to know Weather Boy in D&D speak?
Wouldn't you like to know spellcaster?
But pretty much along the lines of like, you'd like to know, wouldn't you?
Well, I'm sure I could always ask Greta.
Well, I mean, no, actually, go ahead. She'll be glad. She'll be glad to give details.
Oh, that much happened. I didn't know you had it in there.
Did you run into her in tandem or on the round? That's wonderful. Yomar says before stepping inside, not even understanding.
Yes, indeed. I'm sure you ran into her. I'm sure you ran into her. Yes. Just gonna step inside and leave the conversation.
No, can she go after him and try to jump on his back to tackle him?
You jump onto his bag, his solid couple of feet. He just walks.
She'll start flailing her little fists against his back like, Cyril, shut up!
Oh, I did have a knot back there. I very much appreciate it.
You're Jack!
I've been told.
Oh, good lordy. You all get inside. I'm assuming Aldith, you jump off his back at some point and start doing dinner preps. Sapphire, would you like to help her with the dinners?
Sure.
Nice. So you two start getting that stuff prepped while everyone else starts, setting up for the gnomes. It's probably around midday-ish at this point with all y'all's walking and organizing and stuff like that. So you guys start getting, the foods prepped and dinners being made and small talk is happening, the usuals. Unless there's anything specific that you guys would like to talk about.
Yes. Anya would, once, assuming Aldith and Sapphire are in earshot, otherwise she would wait for them to be in earshot, she'd start talking about the ambassador visit, and essentially she will go, let me think of how to start this.
Okay, so we all went to see the ambassador. She was very nice, and she actually answered a lot of my questions. It turns out they're not expecting us in Star Shadow Kingdom.
Oh?
Yes, she hadn't done any letters or anything yet, and she agreed not only not to, but to give us a letter of basically recommendation that we can show to anyone if we do get in trouble, saying that we are supposed to be there. So there is no one expecting us to be anywhere in particular. And additionally, she says, after we get through the main gate, the adventurers' quarter is pretty close to that. And once we're there, we're technically within the guild's bounds and cannot be arrested if someone does find out we're there and decides they want to arrest us.
It's definitely a wonderful start. I suspect there's going to be a fair few who eyes on us if we so much step outside the front building. If anyone does notice us in the interim, it doesn't stop them from coming after us while we're within the jurisdiction of the Adventurers Guild. But it doesn't sound. But I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't stop them from just dogpiling us in all forces when we dip a toe outside of that.
Well, not necessarily, because, and this technically tracks, her brothers aren't really going to be paying that much attention.
Indeed.
No one's expecting us, and high elves don't really believe they have to keep an eye out for fugitives because they just assume they will mess up and reveal themselves on their own anyway.
And we're certain that the sin of pride isn't the one in there, right?
Yes.
Fresh
I am anyway.
Next to doubt.
Would you like to insight on that?
No, it's mostly just say, that's probably the most prideful thing I've heard in years. And
Well, she
I've got draconic pride.
Suppose we just walk right in the front door.
Yes, we will still have to access my old home at some point. That might be more difficult, but we don't have to camp there or anything. In fact, if we want to, me and Dakota and Sapphire could make a special excursion there. I think it would be perhaps Aldith as well. I believe Cyril and Gelmar being in the noble district might be a little bit more conspicuous.
We could
Definitely
always
do
take
that.
advantage. We could always
what?
take advantage of the of Roderick's spies.
That is still an option, and now we are going to have a letter from the ambassador in case we do get in any trouble. Also, there's one additional thing. So, I talked to her a bit about the throne room, and I did tell her about the artifact, and she says that things seem to track regarding that. Right now, her seat in the council is taken by, I believe, Eberron's daughter? But she doesn't visit the council room often, so she should not be corrupted by the artifact. In fact, she's not allowed in there. If we give her the letter, she may be an ally. She doesn't get along with Eberron.
Interesting.
She wants to take over for the ambassador's seat in the council, but Eberron wants her to succeed him.
Dakota looks somewhat conflicted about this, but remains silent.
Well, regardless of where things go after that, theoretically after the fragment of that sin is removed, whoever follows in suit or follows afterwards isn't going to have the same sort of issue. They could start building the civilization and their laws in a different direction, and I suspect that they would be inclined to do so.
Maybe. This is still the Elven Council we're talking about. It will be very difficult. If the effects of the orb are removed when we remove it, that would be good news, but with how long it's possibly been there, I don't know how it's going to go.
Perhaps not, but it is a seed, and sometimes we need to accept those small victories.
It would probably be like withdrawals, but sometimes that's the best way to heal an addict. I think we should also be prepared that one of us will need to grab the object and leave. Or at least, as a group, we should grab the object and just start teleporting away with it.
That could be a good idea. We should absolutely, by no means, touch it.
Yeah, I recall what happened when Cyril touched the Stone of Wrath.
Anya squints at Cyril.
On the
Actually, that's a good argument for me to touch the object.
You should not touch it.
I can't have more than
even
two
Galvar's
sides.
giving him a squint as he says that.
I don't think they would get along.
I don't care. I don't want to risk it. On the
Two
subject of the
sins
though,
fighting inside of his soul.
Cyril gets ripped apart.
On the subject of the sins, though, Cyril, have you had much contact with Wrath? Has he given you any information about how we might tend with them?
Only the information that I've asked about the last time. Apparently, the sins did not quite keep up with each other much. And I haven't taken to having regular conversations with him. Although it might be a good idea to start.
Don't let it get too comfortable.
So long as you're careful, sir.
Don't let it get too comfortable. I am certain the last thing we need is for him to try and start tempting a close companion of ours.
No, I think he's quite happy where he is and waiting for my demise.
I'll believe that when the demise inevitably comes. More
I-
to say.
I don't agree with what happened, but I do agree with Cyril's take on the current state of things.
Being
That whatever, like, Wrath or whoever is content and isn't planning to sabotage us at the current moment.
yes, if there's one thing I think I can trust, if this creature, it's that he will hold himself to his own word.
Trust him about as far as I can throw him, and given he's not exactly a corporeal being,
Could you throw Cyril?
potentially, but Cyril is not Wrath.
You would technically be throwing Wrath if you threw him. You would throw both of them.
I think we're getting off the subject.
Agreed.
But in short, we should be able to just teleport outside the town and walk on in. I may be able to remember some places to go. Dakota, do you recall any safe places outside of town? You've been there earlier than I have.
Outside of
Places, yeah, outside of the city that others won't be at, that we could teleport to without being seen.
I feel like Dakota would. I feel like Dakota would know some spots. Right?
Probably about day's travel, was where you were with, the dude from the Wayfarers inside the forest.
I don't remember his name, but yeah.
I can find it. It's something Sunfire, I think. Hold on.
Maybe.
Varus, I believe.
Varus, yeah.
Yeah, Varus Sunfire.
Really? I didn't know his last name was Sunfire. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know exactly what the spot would look like, but, yeah, I think I know. I think I know a spot. Right after I ran away.
I think we should use that and try to teleport there when we go. Having an actual location in mind is the surest way to not have an accident.
And she will look to the group to see for any consent, if everyone agrees, if anyone seems to be disagreeing.
No, I really do think that you and Dakota will be taking lead on this.
It seemed like that would go without saying. None of the rest of us have been to Star Shadow Kingdom.
All right. So all that's left is just preparing before we go.
On that note, for part is that we wind up wandering into that location, I think it's probably long past time I was a bit more honest. I have to apologize. In truth, I haven't been as honest with you all as I should have. Let me tell you my real story before it is that you agree to bring me with you. If there's importance for the task we're about to go through, I will ask, however, this tale does not leave this room. Agreed?
Sure.
Ania looks very invested.
Wrath says he agrees.
In truth, neither I, myself, or my sister quite grew up in Ironspire. As a matter of fact, it was a little over a decade that we first arrived there. We come from there trying to track down our roots. Our adopted father had found our eggs in a den of sorts out there. We'd found the location, though our search was ultimately unfruitful. Aside from the occasional bone buried 8 feet under solid ice, couldn't find any real signs of its usage at all. Certainly none within the past 2 decades. However, we were not ready to give up our search. We began searching the surrounding mountains and gorges for some sort of sign as to what they might have been doing there, or perhaps evidence as to why they'd left. Instead, about 2 mountains over, we found that dwarven civilization, and the thought that they might have some sort of knowledge as to what happened had crossed our minds, as well as the excitement of the opportunity itself. We had never interacted with civilized folk, and our father had always made them sound quite the wonder. We had to see for ourselves. We'd been carrying ourselves as if common beasts to that point. No doubt we'd be under crossbow fire the moment our presence was recognized. It was far from their roads on the next mountain over that we planted ourselves. We pushed ourselves onto 2 feet and began to teach ourselves how humanoids would carry themselves. Each attempt, we would grow smaller and lose more and more of our qualities in favor of those akin to those of the civilized folk. It was as we were just getting comfortable that we were discovered. An adventurer of the settlement had encountered us. In the form of 2 children, our forms nearly indistinguishable from those of dragonborns. He rather loudly berated us for wandering the wilderness so far from town unattended, and insisted that we return alongside him. I'm certain had we more experience, we would have offered a fair bit more resistance than we did. But it was exactly where we had intended to go. It would likely have caused an uproar had we fled. He asked many questions on the way. Many answered more panicked and hastily than the last. Though, thankfully, he just viewed us as, well, panicked and cautious. Thankfully, my sister was talented enough with words, else I likely would have told him everything over the walk. By the end of the story that we had come to was that we were a pair of younglings, a nomadic dragonborn tribe, gotten lost in the blizzard the day before. It's a tale I still rely on a bit much these days, perhaps. Though, thankfully, it was one he accepted easily enough, and we were brought inside. He was nice enough to explain what happened to a superior, and we were allowed to stay. We've been able to offer ourselves up as potential hunters to the local butcher, to give ourselves easy justification for our arrival and departure as needed. And the funding had helped a fair bit towards getting us into spaces where stories were told, and equipment to better sell our illusion could be collected. It was around a year later that he had dug our dens, our own, on a precarious mountain, one or two over, far enough out to not be found on accident, and too dangerous to traverse that even adventurers would be unlikely to cross it. This, we decided, was where we would stay. I still wonder if they had ever noticed the slow decline of monster activity in the area, and the more and more seemingly outlandish beasts we would pair up, bring down, and carry back. Perhaps it was word of our work that drew the attention of those wyverns. I remember the day it happened. It was a little over a year ago. Our cache wasn't anything special that day. 2 elk that we were carrying back. It had been a few miles from the mountains, or it had been a few miles back that we'd stepped onto the path. A few more since we'd taken our civilized forms. We were exchanging stories we'd heard the evening before. I suppose I was a bit enthralled, or a bit more enthralled than I knew. Still know not where they came from. Only we were chest to the ground before we even recognized the force at our backs. True, perhaps I should have introduced them to Claw and Fang the moment of lucidity before a collar was clamped on my throat. But the town was in sight, and a secret was still to be kept. That, and we still knew yet nothing of those who insisted to have us secured or why. But that collar practically felt like I was being suffocated even as my lungs drew air as normal. A deeper strength smothered, and like a leech, I could immediately feel it feeding off of me. I have my pride, but not enough to ignore the situation. With all our other immediate options erased, I let our rumbling bellow to the town. We wouldn't need to do anything more than limit our assailants' time, usher aid of some capacity to our side. But to even my surprise, the burst was enough to cast one off of my back, and the other, weaker of the two, was dangling desperately into the restraint he had placed on my arm. On any other day, I more than likely would have used him as a single-handed weight. On any other day, that is. It seemed from the moment I pulled myself back to my feet, they decided one would have to do. An armed guard was approaching, and there would likely be more should they act further out of place. They were quick to flee, far faster than I'd anticipated, and the guard pressed me moments later for explanation, which only gave them further more time. He refused to let me leave until I gave my testimony. Of course, he'd seen me several times, and he agreed to allow me to depart in pursuit of the fiends once I had. But by then, the quintet had already been long out of sight. The next several days were a blur. I know not how long exactly I was chasing the tracks and sharpening my axe, but when I reached the end of the snow line, so too did their trail run cold. I tried following the direction for several more days, but even I saw it unlikely they would take a direct route while dragging along a kidnappee. Surely they would run across a town or traveler and have much to explain if they did. But I was still panicking and didn't really see a better option. I must have been out running for weeks before a city you know well came into sight. I figured a place like this would have the widest reaching intelligence for acres, and opted to do as I had done years before in the spires. This time, simply to listen for tales of unusual travelers. I'd offered myself up to Bourne as a smithy, as an apprentice, practiced the motions I'd seen many of the craftsmen in the mountains using to quicken the learning process, and made certain to stop at the bars every night to listen in for recent tales and gossip alike. I was sure I'd hear of these ne'er-do-wells soon, but after several months with no leads, I decided I'd have to once again return to the field to continue my search myself. After a lot of negotiating with Bourne, I was able to convince him to let me have some time to follow his former path as an adventurer. It seemed an easy path. No one would question an adventurer's random travels, nor one's sudden disappearance should I find what I was looking for. I suspect you know how the tale goes from there. Let me finish with the final truth, one you've likely put together through my tale. It still needs to be said. I am not Gelmar. As a matter of fact, the soul you know as him never existed. He was the name I gave in a panic to the adventure in the mountains. He is a mask for something many would swear was extinct. And we are not the only two hiding out there. My name is Gelmore. I am the Frostkeeper, and one of 2 guardian dragons of the Tin Peaks. I truly am privileged to have borne witness to your own tales, and the one we've built together, cannot in good conscience ask that you follow the liar after playing at being a man, but I cannot see myself finishing this task alone. He slowly bows his head. I would entreat you to help me rescue my counterpart, Lifalanders, the Witch of Frost. Along with all the other souls who could not escape the proverbial fishing net, I ask again now, not as the mask, but the soul beneath. I pray you can forgive me one day.
Anya has her head bowed slightly, and she's like pinching the bridge of her nose and looks like she has a slight migraine.
Pulls out her stick and starts beating him with it. Stick, motherfucker.
She is not speaking yet.
I think most of us, and I kind of give a hard look to Dakota and Ania especially.
Anya looks away.
Most of us
Dakota tugs his bandana.
understand the need that you had for your deception. I can say wholeheartedly that I am honored that you would choose to travel with such a ragtag group of, no offense to anyone here, misfits and nobodies. And also, I am relieved to know that the Swords Guild did not actually hunt your kind to extinction, as we had been led to believe.
He slowly closes his eyes before responding to that. Magic, I guess you could say, is a bit part of our blood. Pumps through our veins alongside it. We designed our own spells. Though I suspect you are bearing witness to probably the most impressive, I guess you could say, of the ones that we have constructed. To assemble the face of a man and try our hardest to find our place without the destruction that we had been known for by that point. The destruction that only a few had been guilty of.
Well, I am glad that I lived long enough to see this, to know this. And I, personally, do not have a problem traveling with you, nor do I have any problems rescuing your sister, the witch.
It would be my honor to travel with one, such as yourself.
I'm real glad that you trusted us enough to tell us this. I've been in hiding long enough to know that takes a lot. I'm really happy you trusted us enough for that.
I kind of want to incite that because, boy, that was a shaky sentence.
You can. I just realized I was never actually in the flippin' the D&D thing. But on this login page.
Good job.
right, here we go.
It was
Yeah, that
almost
checks. He's not very good at social checks.
I don't know. I can't see what you got. It's a black screen.
It was a 9.
It was a 9.
It's a 9. Well, it doesn't seem like he's lying or anything. It looks more like I think you'd probably see he looks very like confused. Likely this probably comes from the fact that he doesn't really understand dragons or dragonborn. So it kind of just looks like he's struggling to understand what Gelmar just told them. But he seems genuine. You know, from a place of like, you know, a changeling.
I mean, above game, you can ask questions if you need to know something.
That's fair. That's fair.
And he has. Oh, go ahead.
I think Dakota might just be like, what is like Frost Keeper? I'm sorry. That's
Apologies. I guess you could say it's a title we assigned ourselves. I had largely taken in the role of aiding in the main houses. Have you ever seen a silver dragon's hoard?
no.
You could say it's sort of akin to, what do you humanoids call it? A museum? As you could kind of tell, I've taken a fair bit of interest in the stories of the civilized folk. And we like to collect objects with relation to those societies. In a manner of speaking, that is what I'm keeping.
Ania leans over to Dakota.
He's a fancy librarian.
I get it. I get it now.
I love it.
I don't get that much.
Ania looks to Aldith and Sapphire. She seems like she's not willing to actually talk in response to Gelmar unless she's sure everyone has said their piece.
I mean, I'll pull something out of my ass. I don't know. Guys, I'm gonna be so for real. It's been so long. I'm out of practice. I'm rusty.
I mean, I could post the story in the VC chat here, but it's like 5 messages long.
That's
Wow.
amazing. I love that, and I love that you wrote it all out. Props to you. Applause.
I told you there were a lot of details I needed to get down, or else I wouldn't be able to remember them all.
It's like, if Aldith looks like she's quiet, that's also fine.
No, because, like, I feel like she would have something to say, and I have, like, the starts of formulation in my mind, so it's just gonna be word vomit, and if something comes out wrong, it's gonna come out wrong. I'm sorry.
Sometimes that's the best way to do D&D.
But, she has her head bowed in respect. Like, the look on her face is, like, definitely one of, like, respect. As, you know, Gilmar's talking, and she's, like, listening very intently, and she'll take a deep breath, and then she'll just look at Gilmar, like, really seriously. And, yeah, I had it, and now the thoughts are gone because I have ADHD. Give me a second.
You got this.
Okay, I got this.
Tune in to the inner Aldith.
Right. I haven't adventured with you nearly as long as you've all been together, but if one thing's for certain, it's that I don't see there a reason to apologize for anything. And maybe I took it the wrong way, but you seem to think that you owe us an apology for hiding who you really are, but it's what you had to do to protect not just yourself, but your sister. That's not something you should apologize for.
And he is nodding furiously.
Perhaps, but I should have been a lot more obvious about that tale a long time ago, I'd still say.
No. she's sort of like a little exasperated. She's like, I
And he looks over to Aldith and like leans forward slightly in a sort of silent "do you want to tag me in" gesture.
Aldith will hold up her finger like, maybe. Hold on.
Nia nods.
I don't think it necessary for you to have to explain something that you might not have felt comfortable doing until now. It's not up to us to decide when you want to tell your story. That's up to you. And if it took that long, then it took that long. No matter what, I'm still going to respect you. Whatever role or title or lineage you are my friend. You are, like, if I'm honest, a brother to me, and I don't see... You don't have to apologize for something that doesn't need apologizing for. And then she'll tap Ania on the shoulder, or her staff, not her shoulder, but like a little tag in type of thing, like, take it over, buddy.
Ania points at Gelmar like super accusingly, and she's like,
Aldith is absolutely right. What do you mean by a mask? The only thing you've hidden is your identity. You haven't really acted any differently than who you are, have you?
No.
Then what are you apologizing for other than having a different name?
I mean, I did just tell you you've been traveling with what most folks would classify as a monster for about a year now.
So are me and Dakota.
Dakota nods.
This feels extremely, self-deprecating.
Well,
Wait, hold on,
So
wait. Does Aldith know your changelings?
Yes.
yeah.
Ania
Yes.
told Aldith she was. I forget if Dakota did or not.
I
If
think
not, Ania would have outed
Aldith
him
saw-
by accident.
Aldith saw
Aldith-
Dakota's
Form.
changeling form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
I'm aware.
Okay. Could not remember. It was hilarious. The thought of Dakota just be like,
That
huh?
would be
But Aldith
wild.
just be like, huh?
Okay. Did Aldith hear about Dakota's backstory though? Like the whole elf thing.
Like, locked up in the tower type ish. I don't know if she knows why you got free.
I
She
think
just-
it was offered, and Aldith took on the stance of "you tell me when you're ready."
I think that is correct.
She knows
Yeah.
you've run away from Star Shadow Kingdom. She knows you're a big part of the Star Shadow Kingdom. She knows that changelings have been... Most changelings, at least, have had, like, something bad happening to them in the kingdom. Beyond that, no information has been told to her, to the best of my knowledge.
I don't think Gilmar knows either, right?
I think Gilmore about to be proper mad then.
I mean, I think he's been informed the surface level details, but he has no idea how deep it goes.
Okay, so in which case, I think Dakota's gonna kind of like step forward a little bit, kind of look at like Aldith, and then look at Gelmar, and says, okay, for most of my life, or at least, at very least, a good majority of it, I was brought up in a jail cell, told by so many high elf mages and whatever that I was an abomination of the realm, that I wasn't meant to exist, that I was, well, a weapon, and I don't think none of you have ever regarded me as monsters, so I don't think I can regard you as one either.
If I remembered what you said correctly, you've only been away from that village you were in for a couple years now? How long has it been?
Above game, who's that question aimed at?
Gelmar.
Yes. I descended a little over a year ago to begin my studies and to try and keep an eye out around down here.
Then
Says finally starting to slowly raise his head back up.
Then I understand you may not realize this, because I assume it wasn't common knowledge back where you were, but changelings were also eradicated a long time ago. Basically the same way dragons were, but less like they were beasts and more like they were fated to be evil no matter what. And so were the Yuan-Ti, for that matter. Everyone also thinks they're extinct. And monsters.
He's got a small doofy smile slowly rising on his mouth, on his face. You could say in a manner of speaking, we are kin without scales.
You could. And, I mean, look at Cyril. He's a walking monster. It's fine.
That still feels incredibly... Words die in my head again!
Aldith under her breath going, "You said it, not me."
That's because I'm picking on him a little bit.
And Ania, like, tries to reach up to, like, pat Cyril on the shoulder. You may be muted, Cyril. You may have forgotten.
He's BRB right now. He
Oh,
went
he's
to grab his
BRB.
iPad. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry for doing a dig at him while he's BRB. I didn't know. I'll have to type it in case he doesn't hear, but yeah, go on.
Yeah.
He's just like, I feel something. I feel disturbance in the force.
Someone bad mouthed me. But yeah, Nia's done for the moment.
I feel like Aldith would sort of pipe up again and just be like,
Oh,
he
you went too far, Nia.
I went too far.
There we go. Oh, I've got something not echoing all the time.
Alright, fine.
Hooray.
Yay! Did you hear what happened?
Absolutely not.
So
Last
they
thing you
were
heard.
they were talking, and I didn't realize you were BRB, and Ania was comforting Gelmar about how, like, the changelings and the Yuan-Ti and the dragons were all, like, seen as monsters who went extinct, and then she, like, gestured to Cyril, and she was like, and he's like a walking monster, it's fine!
Yeah, and that's kind of when I take my helmet off and I put it on the table.
It still feels incredibly deprecating.
I think you're in good company.
Technically speaking, Fae are also to a degree considered monstrous, depending on the Fae.
Essentially, this entire party is literally just monsters playing at being people. I've made the joke several times.
What does
but it
this
sounds
make
like you just
Aldith,
direct and told us
though?
this.
All
Sure.
this is like a vengeance monster.
Yeah, that's sort of my thought process. Is like that's
You're,
what I
you're
was feeling.
literal.
The
You have
monsters we
literal.
become.
You have literal celestial
here's-
blood in you. That's like
Also
as
extinct.
Yeah, it's like as far into the land of myth and legend in this world as you can get without being actual myth and legend.
The knight doesn't like any of us.
Here's another thing I could actually put forward. Have you ever seen somebody's piece of artwork of a biblically accurate angel? I think most people would classify that as a monster if they saw that.
Oh, you're so
True.
right. Sprouts her wings, everyone panics.
Oh god.
The eyes.
And Nia goes,
You keep saying that we're being self-deprecating, but how are we doing that and you're not?
Point taken, he said.
Exactly.
Just staring back towards you.
and Nia crosses her arms, very proud of herself for winning.
Got him.
While we're on the topic, that sort of thing, when we talked to Everon's daughter, I did know her once, back when we were both kids, or the changeling and elven equivalent. She was the one that taught me about Dakota Rider. When I was sneaking out of my cell, into the library. Though she didn't know I was a changeling at the time, that took someone else's identity. Some high elf girl I'd seen pass by my room. I don't know what she thinks of it now, but when I told her I was a changeling, and I showed her what I looked like, she was the one that sent the guards after me. That was when the knight showed. That was when the knight gave me my gun. I haven't seen her since.
That is a problem.
Not so sure I want to trust the young lady that snitched on Dakota.
I think, in a manner of speaking, each of us is probably going to need some manner of a change in appearance if we're going to go in there. At the very least, someone. I know that I know that Ania made the comment that neither Everon or God,
Kieran?
I'm forgetting the name of Kieran.
Kieran.
Yeah, that's one. Or Kieran is likely to take notice of us immediately, but if enough people are talking about unusual travelers wandering around, I suspect someone's eventually going to catch on. I still have my
Actually-
sister's old disguise kit, if that would be useful.
Right. That's going to work wonders.
When
Look, I understand it's going to work on some folks better than others, but it still should help.
if she's familiar with Dakota Rider, then she is going to recognize Dakota, even if she doesn't realize it's you. Also, when we arrive, should I be Tra? We'll have more privileges. And, well, I don't think anyone will actually recognize me.
That could work, if you're good with that.
And I left when I was still very young.
How long have you been away from the town anyway? Don't recall ever hearing.
Oh, and she thinks on it for a second. Somewhere in the range of 20 years?
And if anyone had asked her age before, she would have told them she was 60-ish. But that was, like, with the wood elf disguise, so no one knows her real age.
How old are you now?
Early 30s, I think.
Oh.
Never ask a lady her age.
Well, I'm
Dakota
sorry.
immediately turns to all this. So,
Aldous
I
being
don't
a
mind.
literal baby.
And Aldith realizing Ania's older than her.
Aldous
realizing
having
that
the
Ania-
existential crisis.
Tra looks like he's about in his 80s as far as elf years go, so he's still considered a child to elves, but he's like on the cusp of becoming a recognized adult.
I don't remember how old I am.
It gets confusing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I swear just yesterday I was around 50 summers old.
If I had to guess, I think I'm 20 something, but they never told me my age or my birthday.
Gilmar, how old is that in dragon, like for dragons? Because, elves aren't considered adult until about 100.
Oh, we're not considered an adult until 100 either. We live to be about two. We live to be about 2,000.
Understood.
I'll keep that in mind.
Hey, what? It's evening right now, right?
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look over at Dakota.
Mm.
That is repulsive. That they kept from you your birthday, a family, everything. Would you be against perhaps celebrating a new birthday before we leave for yourself?
You do that?
It's the least we could do.
I mean, if that's okay.
You have been denied a great deal in your life. A home, a family, loved ones that should have been standard. I don't think we can replace who those people may have been entirely. But I look around the table. I think I would at least dare to ask if you would allow us to try.
Dakota looks a bit emotional at that. He's just well, I mean, you really don't have to. I mean, we already did like a whole celebration thing for Aldith just recently. So I mean, I'd like to, but you don't have to.
Well, on
Gelmar
that...
There is no such thing as too many parties.
Gelmar just leads up towards him, giving him a teasing smile. It's not an option. We are going to do it.
And actually... Oh, go ahead.
No, it's fine. You can go ahead.
Well, I was going to suggest that Dakota also isn't the only one who may not have those things, at least currently.
And she will look to Sapphire.
Do you remember your birthday?
I think I said October 17th was her birthday.
Oh, does she remember
Does
it?
Sapphire remember that? Just because the timey-wimey stuff,
Mhm.
as it were.
think you would remember your
Oh.
birthday if you would like to. That'd be up to you, though.
Yeah, I would think I would have remembered that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Well, if even Sapphire remembers her birthday, then even more the reason to have one for you.
That's really nice of y'all. I don't even know when it would be, like,
Tomorrow.
oh. Wow. Wow.
That's so cute.
My birthday's so soon.
Sin, do you have any lore on how birthdays are generally celebrated? Like, is it like a cake typical, or is there any sort of special thing?
That is a good question.
I think it would depend on the race. I think for orcs, their primary way is some kind of like hunting mission. Especially their 18th birthday, like when they mature, is a rite of passage kind of thing. For most birthdays, though, it'd probably be like a celebration. For high elves, it would be I think most high elves would actually celebrate it by decade rather than by year, because their specific age range. Dwarves, I think, are just purely drinking, depending on the dwarf. Specifically, mountain dwarves would be basically they drink the entire day. Wood elves, I think, would be general celebration, usually going and meditating, and kind of embracing nature. Humans would absolutely be cake. Gnomes probably too. Gnomes would probably be. Gnomes, I think, would actually be all their close friends would be constantly playing pranks on them the entire day long.
What about Dragonborn?
Dragonborn, I don't know, actually. I think...
You don't have Dragonborn in your party. Nobody would know.
Actually...
Yeah. Dragonborn would be such a rarity for you guys to encounter. I think for them it would depend on which pillar they are. If they are a pillar of family, it would be spending the entire day with family. If it's a pillar of oneself that they focus on, they would probably go on whatever truly fulfills them. And if it was pillar community that they focused on, it would probably be spending time with their chosen party and probably something similar to what humans do. Cake, party, all that fun stuff. But probably not cake per se.
And yeah, would lean into Dakota, and she'd be like,
Well, new author of Dakota Writer, how do cowboys celebrate birthdays?
I mean, in the books, Dakota didn't know his birthday either, because he was taken away from his family after they were kidnapped by bandits too soon. I mean, I guess it would probably be a nice a fun party at like a tavern or something, probably, right? Yeah.
That sounds pretty fitting.
Yeah, that's what the Oregon Gunsteel did when the town was freed, so it'd probably be that kind of party.
100% the author did not write birthdays because they didn't want to.
Yeah, because wasn't like Dakota Writer like a cash grab or something, if I remember right? He's like, he's not gonna think about when their birthdays are.
Yeah.
Well, I think that settles it. Tomorrow, at the Stone Mug, and I look over at Aldith when I say that, and we will be We will find some cake. And beer.
Oh,
Beer, 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 beer.
We're going to get you proper wasted on your birthday.
oh, okay. Well, just so long as it don't like, because we could head out to the kingdom soon. I don't want to I don't want to get too wasted. So I don't want to be a liability.
It
I mean,
doesn't.
Let us spoil you.
If you're really that concerned about it, I'm more than happy to get another bottle of 9 roses. It's basically just tea.
Fuck 9 roses. We're getting him beer.
Beer.
If I recall
Your fancy
correctly,
bottles.
Ania, yeah, you have lesser restoration. If Dakota
Yeah, I can
gets
cure
hyper
hangovers.
hungover, yeah, you could just cure it the next day.
Yep, sure can.
Since being drunk is treated as poison, it's treated as the poisoned condition.
She's not volunteering though, because she knows that Dakota's only using it as an excuse to maybe not get wasted.
I think Aldith and mine's lay on hands technically would also fix.
Correct.
Yeah, so.
For the low price of 5 points.
Are you
I'm using our
diseased?
bean.
Fuck you, now you're not.
5 points of what?
Lay on hands.
Oh.
It's like, it's your birthday. You can celebrate it however you want. Don't let them bully you on your birthday. It's the day you get to do anything you want.
Oh, we lost Sapphire.
Oh, no.
Oh,
I like
Yay! Live! Look at
It's
that.
my life. It's now or never.
All right. I suggest we all get plenty of rest. And yes. I do have many errands I need to run tomorrow. That will take all day. Among them is going to be finding a cake.
Just add it to the list.
You said you had the find one and didn't just assume I'd be making it. Hello.
I mean, if you're offering, sure.
I am. No, please assume I'm making the cake.
Make the cake then. I will see you all at the Stonemark after sunset. If anyone wants to come with me, I want to keep up my end of the bargain here of not going off on my own anymore.
I can go.
All right then.
I want to stop at a magic shop anyway.
I've never witnessed a civilized birthday celebration. This will be an interesting experience.
If I have anything to do with it, it will be the most uncivilized thing you've ever seen.
Jesus Christ.
Gelmar.
Yes?
Do you want us to call you Gelmore when in private?
You can call me whatever you prefer.
Okay.
Starts
Gelmar
beating
it
Gelmar
is,
with her
because
staff.
I am very conscientious.
He gives a smile and a chuckle. Very well.
I'm also conscientious. I'll keep that in mind too.
I'm big word.
All
Well,
right.
there's anything I can do to help with my birthday. I can whatever. I don't know what I'm supposed to do for these kinds of things.
You show up.
Oh, I think I've heard this line before. You stand tall and you look pretty.
Oh, okay, I can do that.
Oh, good lordy.
Is there anything you would like as presents?
Oh, anything you give me, I'll appreciate.
Is there anything you would want though?
Oh, I kind of, since I'm the new author for Dakota Rider, if that's okay, I think I'd like something to write in for that while we're, while we're, doing all the things. If that's okay though, if it's there.
Perfect.
I'm certain there's plenty of materials for that sort of purpose somewhere around on the Haven.
Or we can find you a nice quill.
Oh.
I've heard mixing ink with certain metal dusts can make it linger a bit longer, or give it a more glossy appearance. I wonder how hard it would be to convince Born to let me steal a few metal shavings.
Give Dakota glitter ink.
Glitter.
All
Glitter
right,
beads.
we'll have one last night of raucous fun, and then off to the most dangerous place we've ever been in our entire lives.
Hooray!
Woo! I think.
Oh, I have been waiting for this for about a year now.
I know.
The rock is fun or the most dangerous place?
Both.
Oh.
I love that. Alrighty, so you guys start getting ready for sleepies after you've had your nice meal, having a good small talk and whatever it is that you chilled talk about nowadays, of which I have not a fucking clue what you guys will be discussing, but something or another you guys be discussing during the dinner and as you guys get ready for sleep. The day comes to an end, and the next morning comes and rises. As you guys had mentioned, you guys are doing your own things for the most part. I believe Aldith will be making a cake. Cyril and I think Ania will be doing a whole bunch of different, what's the word you used?
Errands.
Errands, thank you. We're doing a whole bunch of different errands. Dakota's going to look pretty. Dakota's very good at it. Sapphire, what would you like to do?
I will be teaching Gilmer how to play the lute, at least a simple song that he'd be able to play at the party.
Hey, very nice.
Oh,
right.
Oh crap! I thought for sure I got the lyre. Isn't that? Yeah, I have the lyre.
Mm-hmm.
We actually play the
You
same
said
instrument.
lute.
Let me just post the one I have in my inventory.
I mean, lyre's fine either way. I'm fluent. I'm proficient in both, but
She is proficient in both. I
Did
believe you
say
have.
lute? Gosh darn it!
I think you might have said lute. I don't know if you said lute and meant lyre though.
Mm-hmm.
But I also remember lyre being said, so it can go either way.
I was pretty sure that Glimmer Soul told me a lyre, right? I'll change it to a lute if I'm wrong, but
I think she sold you a lute, and Sapphire has the lyre.
okay, then I need to change this.
No worries. But yeah, Sapphire is proficient in both, so whichever one you'd like to be taught in, she is a-okay with being able to teach you. Okay. Alrighty.
I mean, the loop
But-
makes the most sense because it's the one I have.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So you teach him how to do some musics. I'm assuming, Dakota, are you just listening to Gelmar learning how to play an instrument, or are you going to be journeying? What are you going to be doing?
Hmm. I feel like Dakota would want to like kind of tag along with whoever's doing the most birthday related like things just to like see what that's like. I don't know what everyone else is doing. Forgot.
Aldith is baking a cake. Sapphire and Galmar are currently learning how to play an instrument. And Ania and Cyril are doing errands, some of which probably include birthday stuff.
That does remind me, before they would leave, Ania would sneak over to Aldith and be like,
Dakota likes fruits a lot.
and that would be Aldith's tip for the cake.
Beautiful.
Aldith makes a Christmas fruitcake.
It's gotta be at least 20 pounds.
She's got class.
If you drop it on the floor, it should break the floorboards.
She would make it look pretty.
Dakota would want to watch Aldith make the cake unless Aldith has mentioned that this cake should be like a surprise thing. In which case Dakota would tag along with the errands.
No, she was very vocal about the fact that she was making the cake.
Oh my god, Dakota licking the spoon and the bowl clean.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need this
Alright.
in my life. This sounds adorable.
All the pooping batter onto his nose.
God. Alrighty.
Yeah.
The day is long but enjoyable. The cake is, well, it's a mess, but it's a fun mess. It's like whenever you're trying to bake with a teenager who actually likes being there. It gets real messy real quick, but very enjoyable all the time. The music is learned, albeit Gelmar, you're not really a musically talented person, so you are learning how to do it. At first, it sounds vaguely like a dying cat, but you're starting to pick up a little bit after about hour 4 or 5. And for Ania and Cyril, your errands do go well. You're able to get the majority of what you guys are looking for, as there is a fairly decent quantity of stuff within the town, especially if you guys go decently early to get all the stuffs that you guys are needing. And as sundown starts to approach, you guys are all ready to head over to Stone Mug Inn.
Yeah, I think as we
Just as we're about to enter the inn, I'm going to stop at the door and turn to Ania.
please, everything you heard back at the graveyard, keep that to yourself, please.
Yes, sir. I understand.
And big smiles and just open the door.
The Stun Mug Inn, I'm assuming you talked to Breck about this before, earlier in the day, and like,
Oh
So-
yeah, there's been like a barrel of beer reserved in return for a favor at some point.
Jesus Christ. God, yeah. So as you guys get to Stun Mug Inn, sunset starting to go down, you guys walk inside the doors. Brock is there. There's like a whole banner. You see like Glimmer kind of like standing under the banner, kind of waving, just like, yeah, yeah, as she's like having the banner above her. Like she's a solid like 10 feet below the banner, but she's very excited and very like waving her arms and like jumping up and down. So she's like, I made a banner for you, I made a banner for you. Super adorable. There's a bunch of other folks who are just more or less having a merry time, but they all kind of raise a mug to you as you walk in.
Dakota just looks like just so like sheepish and like flattered. He's just like, "Oh, thank you guys. You made a whole banner for me."
Gilmar smiles, leans over to him. Hey, you made so many people's days. Let them make yours too.
Aw.
I made a banner for you. Just like moving back.
I'm gonna hand him a cold, frothy beer. Happy birthday.
Thank you, sir. He takes it and like looks at it for a second. It's like kind of it's like to just kind of like go for it. You have to wait till the froth goes down. I never actually know.
Just go for it. Sometimes the mustache is the best part.
Oh, okay. Luckily, he has learned how to maneuver the dragonborn jaw a bit when he's drinking things over. This is the character development.
The character development, it's real.
It like he goes for it, and it kind of looks like he's trying to imitate like a stronger man of sorts, as he just kind of swings it. And then just kind of like reels because he does. Yeah, he reels because he doesn't actually expect it to taste like that. It's like, oh.
It's not particularly pleasant taste. It's not the worst taste that you've had. That would probably be mud. Like, this tastes a lot better than every time you've been actually drugged through mud. But it's not a good taste. It's kind of, you're getting a little bit tingly, mostly your tongue. It's a very weird feeling.
Oh. Is it supposed to taste like that?
Yeah, I won't lie, it does take a bit. It does take a bit to get used to the taste of alcohol.
Do I roll Constitution?
Yes.
You have to drink a lot more beer, or you can't get drunk even for a lightweight.
Before they left, since everyone was staying at the house, would they have asked, like, are they, like, as a group giving a joint gift of, like, a calligraphy or a book set to Dakota?
That's a good question.
I mean, Gelmar already offered to help get some custom ink for it.
Okay.
I feel like we all show up with, like, the pieces of a calligraphy set.
Like a piece from each of us?
Yeah.
Who wants to have... So, Gelmar's the ink.
Mm-hmm.
What does everyone want?
Whoever gets proficient in, like, calligraphy. So, like, she has the calligrapher's supplies.
Oh. Whoever gets the book, Ania would tell them, like, specifically, don't get leather bound. Like, don't include any animal cruelty in the book. Even if it's not cruelty, it's just normal stuff. But, like, Dakota will not like having an animal skin book. So...
I feel like that would have been you and me. Running across really nice paper, probably at the magic shop.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it turns out to be the type of paper that, like, spells would normally be written on, but we don't know that.
She did want to go into
Oh,
a magic
nice.
shop, so...
Yes.
I remember there being a magic shop that you guys entered a long time ago. It wasn't Grimley's,
Well,
it
there
was for, like,
was-
potions and stuff.
I don't remember that shop. I remember going to Glimmers. I remember.
There was a really early shop they went to. I don't know if Cyril was there. Ania went there to look at potion supplies, and he like really liked Ania's potions, and Ania was able to sell them for a good amount of gold, and I think got the bag of holding there. That was also where she found the door to Grimley's. She found the door to Grimley's at that shop.
I believe
okay.
so, yeah.
Because she got a 20 on perception.
From magic guy.
What do your elf eyes see?
Transdimensional door.
I don't know what pieces are left, but Sapphire would have created something via the yarn and knitting crochet tools. Like a carrying case or something like that.
Oh, that would
cute.
be
Yeah.
so
Also
cute.
has her own gift.
Yeah, so
separate
it's like...
from that.
Okay, so...
That'd be so cute.
Ania... Yeah, so Ania and Cyril would have the book and paper, Gelmar has the ink, Aldith has the pen, Sapphire has, like, the carrying case for it all.
Yep.
That's cute.
That's so cute.
I love that.
So sweet.
Can Aldith use one of the feathers from her wing as the quill?
Ah.
That is so adorable. You know what? I'll say yeah. Yeah, technically, your wings are more ethereal than they are physical, but for this, I will say yes, you are able to manifest an actual wing. Actual, like, feather.
Yay!
That's so sweet.
Oh, that's so sweet. Alright. You are, I would say, a couple drinks in, and you're definitely not, like, you're not hardcore swinging them, so, like, they're hitting you, but it's not like, you're not, like, hardcore drunk at the moment. But do roll me a constitution save to see how much of a lightweight you are.
Let me see here. Constitution save.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep. You're not the lightest weight, but you're definitely tipsy at this point. You're kind of like
saying this is
swaying a
also
little
his
bit back and
first-
left.
This is his first drink.
Yeah. You're definitely swaying after like 2 or 3 beers or so. You're definitely like you're in that like happy tipsy zone, you know?
He strikes me as like, yeah, an emotional, like, tipsy fellow, you know? But this is just like, I love you guys. I just want you to know that, you know, before we head out. I just want you to know that.
Aww.
We love you too, Dakota. It's been a pleasure working with you for as long as we have. I'm looking forward to the further adventures that follow us. High action, or just calm and sitting for a while.
And takes another drink because, like, you know, it kind of gets better the more you sip at it. I think
It does. It does.
you get used to it.
Ania is not drinking. She's also keeping an eye out for any suspicious shadows at the party.
Oh my god. The assassins are also there.
They're also celebrating Dakota's birthday.
You're just like, woo! Good job, buddy. We'll kill you later.
Have a
You
happy
live another
birthday.
year for now.
Assassin's Code, we don't attack on birthdays.
Yes, what kind of plebeian does that?
We have standards. Jesus criminy. Alrighty. So yeah, you guys, it gets tipsy, it gets further into the night. You guys are chilling with each other, chatting with each other, telling stories, I can only assume, and all kinds of other stuff. As the night kind of grows later, Dakota is sufficiently tipsy. You guys are more than welcome to show your glorious presence.
Presents come before cake.
Honest answer, I think the book should probably come before, or just about anything else we add.
Yeah, I think like I'll lay down, like I'll put like the paper and stuff down first, and then like everything else can just get stacked on top of it.
Mm-hmm. And you would have like, so Cyril has like the paper, and Nia has like the outside of the book to bind the paper to, so Dakota gets to bind the paper into the book.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to think of what the outside of the book would be, because it's not going to be, she would very specifically not get leather.
Mm-hmm.
I think she'd get some sort of like, she wants it to still be like a sturdy book, so maybe some sort of treated wood. That seems very druidy of her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, I have a suggestion for that.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of dark wood? Or dark oak?
I've heard of it. I don't know what special properties it may hold.
In Pathfinder, which is a mod of 3.5 D&D, it was a special type of wood equipment that was particularly magic resistant. It was primarily used for druidic shields.
Oh, shield book. That's awesome. I don't know if they would have...
Dark oak bindery is an actual thing from back in the late 16th century to keep parchment pages flat under humid conditions.
Perfect. It would be
even more perfect.
I think a little book shield has to be the most cowboy fucking thing ever, though.
Wait, what?
A little book shield has to be one of the most cowboy things ever. There is always a scene in a Western where someone is saved from a gunshot by a book in their pocket.
That's true. That's true.
Isn't it usually a Bible?
Yeah.
Usually, but that's just Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. Don't try that at home. It's Dakota's first test. How bullet resistant is it?
His bullets are pretty strong.
Don't shoot the book.
But do keep that in a convenient location in case of, the boss fight.
Convenient location. Or like where Dakota was stabbed before. Convenient location.
I just put right in the middle of my back.
It'll be a dark oak bindery for the paper, and it's just like it's a carved outdoor scene. Like there's like a little pond and a tree that's like bordering one side, so it's like a little outdoor scene of the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Not colored or anything, just carved.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Subtle.
He like takes it and he like looks at it and he's like, "Wow." I think I'll make sure I write something real nice in here.
It's your book. You can write whatever you want.
Yes, I can. Wow. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. She'll look to Gilmar Aldith Sapphire.
Well, if you're going to be writing in that one, there's a good quality ink, he says, placing a bottle containing a orange fluid inside with a few sparkly sediments in there that you can also catch. Mixed in pretty well, all things considered, and quite large for an ink vial. had to mix myself just this morning. I thought,
Oh.
how did it suit your needs?
Oh wow.
Hopefully it's to your taste.
It kind of matches my scales a bit. That I should have asked. I should have asked the author why he made orange. Well, whatever. He like looks around. It's like, yeah. Wow. It's all sparkly too. Wow. Wow.
I thought you'd appreciate it. I'm
Thank
more than happy to
you.
get you a different. I'm more than happy to give you a different in color if that would be more to your taste, though.
No. This is fine. This is great. This is real nice.
He gives back a smile. Feel free. He'd ask if you need a refill later. I'm more than happy to make more in a pinch.
I'll try not to spill it. I'll keep it real safe.
Oh, don't worry about being safe. Just take care of it. Or just you as well.
Olive will then pull the quill out, and she'll be like, every calligrapher's supply, I can't say the word correctly, sorry. Every supply kit needs a quill. And I feel like as like a cute little flourish, like it'll like sort of like as she sets it down, like probably in Dakota's hand, it'll like do a little like a glow type of thing, and like glow bright and then diminish really like quickly at the same time.
Oh wow. Oh, he takes his like real careful to like kind of like looks at it, kind of looks at the sheen. It's like I don't even know what to say about this one. But this like it's all magic sparkles.
I mean, it came from my wings, so I would assume.
What? Did it hurt? He was genuinely concerned.
God, did it hurt?
I mean, you plucked a feather from yourself. It was probably the same pain as when you grab a bit of hair and, tug it out. So, yes, but
Sin.
no.
Counter argument, Sin. We shed skin cells and hair regularly. Elk and deer lose an entire antler naturally by shedding every year.
I assume that she picked one of the good feathers, not one of the feathers that was naturally falling off. Although it's ethereal, so I'm not sure if they even do naturally fall off.
Yeah, because like what I'm thinking is like, birds lose like feathers, generally, but like I think for Asimar, you have to make it physical and then pull it out, which implies that they wouldn't shed. So it's probably a pretty novel experience having to make it physical and then take it out.
So like it would hurt, but like not really at the same time. You're a really, really, really stubborn adventurer with 13 con. Like you've had a boar throw you like several dozens of feet.
No, it didn't hurt at all.
Yeah, he's just like looking at it. It's like, wow, this is the most special pen to ever exist. Wow, thank you. He looks like he's about to start crying. He takes another sip of beer.
And after Aldous presents the quill, I know what I put in the messages, but I have changed my mind at making this a little bit more personal.
Oh, I like it.
It's gonna be a poncho with a hood.
Aww.
The pockets for the book quill and ink bottle,
Aww.
like on the inside of it.
That's
Now
so
it can be
cute.
in a opportune place.
Yeah, now it can be an opportunity. That's perfect.
Dang, that's so
I love that.
cool.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Especially with a little hood too. That way you could like pull it over and especially areas where like your hat wouldn't work properly or anything like that. That'd be so cute.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
That's so fun. Yeah, the Dakota like takes it. He like examines it. He tests out all the pockets. Just kind of looking over it. He he stands up so he can take off his other poncho and put it on. It's like, oh, it's all cozy and warm. It's got that new poncho feel. He completely dropped like all pretenses of being like cool and solemn. Just like a kid on Christmas, you know. Wow.
It's like getting a hug from
I-
Sapphire every day.
Yeah, he actually probably would say that.
Yeah.
It's like I'm being hugged by all my friends every day.
Aww.
Thank you.
Happy birthday! And there's one more thing, I think.
And she will look to Aldith.
Aldith, I would say probably escaped after she handed, like, after,
Oh, sneaky.
Dakota was like, oh, wow, Quill! Distracted by Quill. Go grabs cake. And she, I feel like, would walk out with at least a 3-tiered cake.
Oh my
Like,
god.
she went totally wild. And it's decorated, like, sort of has, like, some little, like, edible flowers, but also, like, a whole bunch of fruit on the outside, like, in frosting, and then it's a chocolate sponge cake.
Aww.
And she actually starts singing Happy Birthday. And she's not that bad at it, guys. She's actually quite good.
You do have 12 charisma.
Her dad was a human bard. She's got her fake dad, I guess. I don't know, stepdad? Human bard.
Or dead.
Her, yeah.
Yeah, you definitely
He
would
taught
have
her some
been.
things.
You definitely would have been raised around that for sure.
Yeah.
You guys accompanying her happy birthday song.
I was gonna say that, like, at that point, like, Sapphire would have pulled out the instruments.
Yeah,
That's
Gilmore
cute.
probably would have pulled out the lute and tried playing along. Probably a bit more dim because he figured, or probably a bit more quiet than the rest because worried about his errors being too loud. Because, like I said, this man's got -1 charisma.
That's fair.
He's not good at instruments. This is like day 2 of him playing.
It's the effort
And Nia
that's
does-
important.
Nia does not join in with the singing. She's way too shy for that. But she does look like, for the first time all this may be seen, genuine surprise at the amount of cake she has made. Like, it's very hard to surprise her, but she's genuinely surprised by the cake.
Oh, I
This is
love
baby
that.
boy. Baby boy gets everything he wishes.
Oh, it's amazing.
The whole
I-
tavern joins in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's. I think unless we're planning to take home the stuff to leave at the house for like a month or 2, I think the entire tavern probably gets at least a slice.
Mm.
Yeah. We can
you-
keep the leftovers for after the kingdom stuff.
You could see
something.
Greta and Glimmer as well as Tinkerbell is also there as well. And they all start singing along. And they all start just singing along with you. And it's like a chorus of voices. You can tell most of the patrons probably don't know the song very well for various reasons. But Glimmer, Tinkerbell, and Greta, they sing with as much ethereal quality as like Sapphire does. Yeah, so the entire bar just kind of, or tavern just kind of feels like it's like when you have enough voices together, it creates like a harmonic overtone to it. And it's so peaceful to listen to. It's so wonderful to listen to. You also
It's
see
got that
both
choir blend.
Yeah, you also see both Glimmer and Tinkerbell literally jump onto a table to sing for you.
Dakota's in tears. Dakota has no words. He is sobbing. He's just incredibly moved. Like, I think after he gets settles down, like the cake is in front of him. I don't know if there's candles or something. He like blows them out. Then he says like I never had any sweets when I was a kid, you know. But I got fruits on the occasion, and those were basically sweets for me. They were my dessert. They're like one of the few like real nice things, you know. So that's why I like fruits, and it's just so sweet that you guys all remembered.
Maybe we should bring a slice or two with us. I think that'd be a wonderful way.
If that's okay.
Just like pats his back. I'll see if I'm finding a good carrying case for them.
Mm-hmm.
Keep them nice and neat.
It's so cute.
He like gingerly takes out like a tiny slice.
And Ania purposely cuts off a bunch of tiny slices, so it's not just one big slice, it's like a bunch of tiny slices, and puts them on a plate in front of Dakota so Dakota doesn't have to get it himself, because he'll never take enough if he doesn't.
It's like a hero cake sandwich.
Oh, it's amazing. Alright.
Can I be ridiculously adorable and sappy for a second and say that Aldith fed Greta some cake?
That's cute.
Wow.
Yes.
100%. That's adorable. Alright. With that, your guys' journey continues on late into the night. Drinking galore, food galore. That's a lot of cake. Journeys abound, and the night is passed on happily. Eventually, very late into the night, you all start to, settle down a little bit. People start going home. I'm assuming you guys are going to go back to the cottage to get some actual rest before the sun comes up. And try not to die from a night of drinking.
How many drinking games has Gelmar gotten into?
Roman Constitution.
Everybody gets alcohol poisoning and dies. Campaign's over.
Alcohol poisoning, everyone dies. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Me?
No, Oliver.
Oh,
You are
yeah.
very wasted. Jesus Christ. Gelmar has gotten into
Wow.
about 12 drinking games, and he's made every single one of them pass out.
Man's a lunatic, especially considering he's a kid doing this.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't let him continue.
Every single person he has challenged to a drinking game has passed out quite successfully by this point in the hour. He's pretty tipsy, but he's still going pretty strong. It's quite impressive, to be honest.
This is our merriment before the horrible
Yeah.
horrors.
I think depending on how wasted Dakota is, I'm probably carrying him back on my back.
Yeah, that's
Probably,
happening.
Dakota's attempting to walk through the doors and just kind of walks into them and then into them again. And Cyril's like, alright, time for you to go home.
And he is definitely going to, like, cast Lesser Restoration before they sleep. Like, Dakota's already passed out, just stealth casts it.
Just bonks him on the shoulder, just like, there you go, buddy.
You won't feel any pain tomorrow, which will give you an unfortunate expectation for future drinking endeavors.
It's like I'm really offering to carry him up and carry him out, and he's just like, no, I'm fine. I'm a real strong cowboy marksman. Check it out, and pulls out his gun.
Whoa there, big guy.
Look at my special gun. His name is Betsy. His door's my enemy.
He ends up shooting like right into the floor, and the recoil freaks him out, and he falls over.
Oh no. And he has to put like
Poor
another
thing,
gold
I
on
think-
the counter.
I think Dakota is ready to go home, guys.
I think so too.
And I'm just gonna pick him up and carry him on my back to the house.
You don't have to do all that, sir.
Of course I do. This is your birthday.
For the champion of the evening? Of course we have to do it. Gilmore just says, walking up, trying to help.
Adorbs. You guys are able to get back home, to lay down, to get some rest as the day's activities and night's activities finally wash over all of you. And the excitement and the adrenaline from the day finally steeps to a slow, gentle rest. And you're all able to get a good rest. I don't believe any of you have had any reason to do long rest, but in case you do, feel free to do so. And yeah, you guys slept probably by like 2 or 3 a.m., I would say. So you guys wake up, decently into the morning, slowly to the afternoon, and as you guys, all awaken slowly and somewhat carefully, Dakota, you don't feel too much pain. Your body's a little bit sore, but for the most part, like, obviously less restoration, no headache or anything like that. But man, you had a long night. Cyril, you had a very long night. You're definitely somewhat sore.
This was one of those rare moments where Cyril didn't do much drinking at all.
Oh, okay.
And the party wakes up to probably the only time this is ever going to happen, to like oatmeal and pancake.
Aww.
And there's cut up apples and shit in the oatmeal, and it's just as sweet as he could possibly make it, because he knows that oatmeal doesn't really taste like anything without something in it.
Aww.
That's cute.
And he is not waking up for a while.
Dang it, but Gilmore's still usually an early riser. He probably would be out there at the very least. To see him working on that stuff, assuming Cyril gets up before him, which he probably will, in the grand scheme of things.
Oh yeah, especially with how much you drank last night.
And how long he was and how long we were out last night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cyril
Dakota,
definitely would have got out first.
Dakota, it's coming down, and he's just like, well, I feel surprisingly okay. Yeah.
Perhaps you have a stronger constitution than you think.
Wow.
Ooh. You should. Sorry, I should let you guys finish your conversation before I jump in.
Oh, you're fine.
No, it's all good. I was just gonna say it was like Dakota gets definitely emotional about like the oatmeal and like everything's like set out. Though not as like teary as he was last night. He like goes and like nibbles on it, eats the apples separately.
Incredible.
Oh, well, this is new.
Hmm?
Usually I'm the first one up. Gilmore says, stepping out the door. Or stepping out of his room.
Well, in my experience, there's only two ways to handle a long night of hard drinking and celebrating, and that is with lots of bread or greasy food. And I don't have any greasy food, so pancakes and oatmeal it is.
Thank you, sir.
Sounds lovely. Gilmore says, pouring himself a bowl.
You are absolutely welcome. I missed out on doing this. Just kind of like trails off.
Mm.
What do you mean?
Never mind. Are we going to Boren's to go and get Aldith's sword, or is he bringing it to us?
I was planning to step in. Nothing else I probably owe it to him to, at the very least, help with the last couple swings. Besides, I think he'd probably be mad if he found out that we were celebrating without him. On that note, he just says, looking over at what remains of the cake. Does anyone mind if I bring him a slice? I think he'd appreciate it, especially after all that hard work.
Dakota?
Oh, I don't mind. There's plenty of cake.
Are you sure? It is your cake?
Yeah. No, I don't mind sharing.
No, thank you.
Mhm.
You're free to anyone's free to join me up there if they'd like, but my plan was to stop in, take a look, and bring it back for myself.
I think we'll drag everyone over there after they've all woken and eaten.
Sounds like a plan. Meantime, I'm gonna go look for a disposable plate or something that I can carry the cake slice out for him.
Please just take the plates. It's not like it's going to be a bad thing.
If you say so. Suppose it probably isn't going to matter that much if we have to pop in sometime after the trip to get it back. Or maybe he'll send one of his employees drop it off on their way into the bar.
Possibly.
We'll deal with it when the time comes, I suppose. Worst comes to worst, I will personally pay for a replacement plate.
You know what? Dakota will have to hold you to it. It is his house.
It is?
Your name's on the deed.
It is?
Did you forget that already?
Okay, out of character. I feel like I'm forgetting. Like, so to be fair, Dakota probably would have too. I feel like I forgot some integral context.
I made sure after when at one point after we had like first gotten to the house, I had pulled Dakota to the side and I had given him the deed to the house because Dakota had never actually had a home before, and I wanted to make sure that he had one.
Oh, okay. That's really sweet. I don't know how I must have forgotten that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, in which case Dakota gets all like gets very sheepish and like nods and is like, ah, right. I remember now.
Early morning drunk brain, it's fine.
Yeah, pretty much.
It does take time to get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I learned the hard way. It was with like 1,000-yard stare, PTSD flashbacks.
Yeah.
Remembering probably the first several months. And so just like I got like a drop down, and then the rest of the bar got, or and the rest of my drinking buddies got like 8 kegs each.
Wow.
Because dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
Because dwarves.
Yeah. I think Dakota's kind of ponders that for a moment. It's just like that was a really nice first birthday. That I never expect these sort of things. I remember I asked what my birthday was back then once. They refused to tell me because they said my birthday was nothing to celebrate because that's when they found out that I was a changeling because of my parents. You know, they saw the baby, and that's when I lost my parents too. So I never thought it would be anything special until nowadays, I guess. That's when I started to miss having that kind of thing. So it's nice to have it. I'll remember it.
The wooden spoon in my hand snaps. Did you look at that? There is so much wrong with that. And I very much hope that you maybe forgive some of the things I might do in the kingdom.
Oh.
But I am going to go see if I can perhaps wake the others with the smell of food. I'm going to bring the freshly made couple of plates of freshly made pancakes around near the other rooms of the house to like sort of waft the smell into everyone's bedroom.
Enya is particularly stubborn. She does not seem very swayed, but she's at least awake enough now to not fall back asleep.
Just like gets up, is like, man, whatever.
Whatever. I don't care about food. I feel like awful. She'll give up eventually.
She's like, so much fucking cake. Oh, goodness. Yeah, after a little while, you would be able to get back up. You probably don't feel particularly good. But I would imagine, like, after you're able to finally get up with the day, everyone else is awake, chomping up some foods. It's a very delicious looking food for sure.
Aldith and Sapphire also up.
I would imagine so. I know Sapphire gets up relatively early. I don't remember if Aldith is early bird.
Yeah.
Aldith's an early riser.
Yeah. I would say that she
No,
was
Sapphire's
already...
not an early riser at all.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Sapphire also always has.
Oh yeah,
always
because the
asks for
coffee.
caffeine.
Yeah,
I
always
was gonna
requires
say
the
that
coffee.
Sapphire would probably, if there was not the smell of coffee, she would not get up unless somebody like shook her awake.
Sapphire and Nia both shaking hands.
Do we wake up? Coffee.
We don't care about food. Give us caffeine. We don't even know what that is.
Do I even really know what coffee is?
Do you have tea? Tea would work for Ania at least.
Tea would probably happen.
Ania would
Yeah.
wake up for tea.
Coffee would probably be not hyper expensive, but it would definitely be one of those things that you, Cyril, would at least assume is a luxury kind of drink.
Right? Like it's so new to me at least that I'm like, I'm gonna stick with what I know.
Mhm. Tea, on the other hand, I can't imagine you've gone more than a week without drinking tea in so many centuries.
Yep, there's definitely like a breakfast tea going on.
Ania would wake up for that.
I think Sapphire would awaken and then probably be a little miffed that it's not coffee, but still drink it.
It's like sits at the table.
Everybody.
Morning.
Morning, Ania.
Nia puts her head down on the table.
Poor thing.
Oh, not bad, huh?
The sun doth not agree with my eyes.
Morning bad. Star's good.
You know, I bet we could probably, if we tried hard enough, find a wide-brimmed hat.
I bet I would look really cool in a wide-brimmed hat. It
Someone
would
takes off Dakota's
aggravate
hat.
my ears.
I'll bet you we could get one from the local haberdasher
Haberdasher.
or the hatter. The hatter should have one.
Just not that one guy.
Yeah.
He definitely had a lot of enthusiasm. I've never seen someone with that much on the job. Except from occasionally bored.
Oh, during the errands, I did get a set of clothes for Tra, in case we do decide on that.
Oh,
I do think that's a good idea. I do think that's a good idea.
Whatever we decide, I will have to stick to either me or Tra for most of the stay. So, you will have to put up with him, but he also can get you into places.
We've probably been neglecting him at this point, basically. Anytime he's around as it is. He deserves some love.
He's offended you said that.
Yeah.
But am I wrong?
He does not want me to speak for him at this time.
I didn't figure.
Good call.
He says, giving her a teasing grin.
Nia sips her tea.
Good lord. Alright. If I recall correctly, aside from all that's sword, I think you guys are pretty much ready for your journey.
Yep.
Finally heading over after all these years.
Hey, Sen, I think I actually have a basic idea for how that sword's going to work. Let me quickly send you how, energy-wise, we kind of already discussed an effect and charge method.
No worries.
Nice. Could Ania have sent over? Was she able to find like a ocean blue protection charm at the magic shop when she went?
Absolutely, yeah.
Nice. She would have sent it over to the ambassador before they left.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Just like a present that says what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And like, thank you for the help. And I assume like get the letter from her at the time. I don't think she had it written yet.
She handed you the letter while you were there.
Sick.
In
Okay.
her, yeah, in her house.
Cool.
Hmm?
while they go get the sword, then Ania is going to change into Tra to get ready, because wants to be Tra before they teleport, and is going to be changing into a set of clothes that's more high elven fashion. So he's going to dress as a snob, but he still has the staff and the necklace.
Alrighty.
And a hooded cloak, but it's fancy.
Nice. Alrighty. Getting the sword is not a particularly difficult process. Obviously, it's pretty much done by the time that Gilmar gets there. I'd probably say, obviously, be able to help with some of the finishing touches and, you know, adding in whatever special bits you would want to for such a special sword. Of course, you'd be able to bring it back to Aldith. I think Aldith, you've seen the creation that Zario made a little while ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, you guys would be ready to use the tablet at your convenience.
This will be Aldith's first teleportation.
Will be. Be a very interesting
Just realized
time.
I was muted. Sorry, I should probably give a brief explanation of the sword. I believe we said it was going to be called the Fang of Wrath. Or something like that, right?
I don't know.
I'd probably not. You can go ahead and name it as you wish. I'll just give you the effect.
That's sort of banger, though.
Fang of Wrath is a very good name.
Sorry, it's 11:53 at night. I'm tired, y'all.
You're more than fine.
Anyway,
Alright,
banger name.
Either way, though. So, this is a magical sword infused with a fragment of the previous host of Wrath.
Mhm.
It holds a spell within it that can be used, but it cannot charge on its own. In order to charge it, whenever you would sit down to take a long rest, you run a hand along the flat of the longsword, and you may burn as many unused spell slots as you desire. They will be absorbed by the weapon, being fully stored around the time that the rest ends. It will gain a number of points equal to the total levels of the slots expended to charge it. Like, burn a level 1 slot gets it 1 point. A level 2 slot gets it 2. Burning one of each will get it 3, and so on. It can store up to 10 at a time. It needs 5 in order to cast its spell, but you may only feed it 4 per day. Now, the effects of this blade mimics the stone. I believe it was the Hill Rune from the Rune Knight feature.
Yep.
Which allows you to, on trigger, give yourself resistance to slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning damage for 1 minute, aka 10 turns.
You
Essentially
decked out
giving
my
you effective
sword.
Pretty dope.
That's
Very
awesome.
dope.
You guys decked it out for me. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were chatting about it in DMs for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so special.
I actually gave him a few. The one I was actually expecting him to jump for is it can cast the Heroism spell, which gives you a rechargeable shield and makes you immune to fear for a bit.
Alright, I want
I
to play
have
around
that
with it too.
spell. I
Yeah,
have that spell.
Oh, yeah?
that's probably why I chose not to.
But yeah, you get your sword. It is honestly a stunning work of art, as you might imagine from, you know, Borin, and his general specialties. But, yeah, with that, I believe you are all ready for the journey, to begin.
Hooray!
I don't remember who has the stone, or if you guys like...
Sapphire!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Sapphire always keeps it. I think in one of her pouches, if I recall correctly.
Because she can get away the best out of all of us, and no one would suspect she's the one who has it.
Sneaky, sneaky. Alrighty. Are you guys going to pull out the thingamabob and travel on your way?
Oh yeah, it is.
Dakota's
Absolutely.
assassins are gonna be so confused. Where'd it go?
I'm
Where'd he go?
so excited to fail a con save right now.
Alright, what were you going to say, Sapphire?
Oh, I was just answering about the pulling out the stone.
Nice.
Alrighty. So you pull out the stone. This is your first time seeing this. It is approximately 10 inches tall and about 4 inches wide or so. It is a pretty large, like, rock, basically. You've probably seen it every now and again inside of Sapphire's cloak, because it's pretty hard to hide, but shockingly not as common as you would think, considering its sheer size when she pulls it out. But as you look at it and like she kind of holds out in the middle, you can feel the magic radiating off of it. Like, it really is like just by looking at it, you can tell there is some intense magic going on with it. And yeah, she holds out. I'm assuming you all kind of put your hands forwards and grab it like you did last time.
Yeah, and we're using Dakota's memory as the focus to the place we're going to. And for any rolls Dakota has to make, I do have my wheel. I can give Dakota a +6 if that's allowed. Or a plus 1d6.
Well, as you guys are doing it, Dakota, tell me what you are imagining.
Okay. I would say we're going for like a place like outside of like the city, like just outside, like where Dakota had been after he ran away. I would say that Dakota would. Hold on, let me look at the map real quick to remember that I'm remembering how this is, right?
Yeah,
That's our.
Bring it to the world map here.
Yeah.
There you go. 'Cause I'm assuming you would be like right out here.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Like right like in the Elysian Glade. So it's like the woods. And I think that Dakota kind of made like a bunch of makeshift camps, right? So it would kind of be this like kind of almost hidden clearing and like the woods, and Dakota would remember like all the times he had to learn how to make a fire and like all these sorts of all those sorts of things. It was like kind of cold nights in the woods. That's what he's focusing on. He's focusing on like that campsite that he made for the first time.
Alrighty. Settle in, ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to be ending it here. Teleportation begins normally for you. Well, as normally as you can get with a magical spell that technically doesn't exist and does at the same time. A spell that is beyond reality in a way. A spell that was given to you by someone who is in between dimensions to a degree. It begins normally, and there is that same familiar sensation of magic that gathers around you. The world seemed to pull away at the edges as the spell takes hold. It's something that all of you but Aldith have experienced previously, where last time you were thrown practically into the sky and then fell straight down and slammed into the ground. It's a feeling of being ripped from your area and slammed into another. It is a feeling where it almost feels like you are stepping out of place and time. It's a very familiar feeling to you to a degree. Harmonious Haven starts to move. That little cottage that you guys are in, the very edges of your vision starts to wave and wither and twist and change around you. And for just a moment, you all feel moved. And you can feel, Dakota, that it's pulling you towards where you can remember being. Towards that campfire. Towards where you had spent so many nights with Varys. Then, for just a moment, something catches. The sensation of movement abruptly stops. And for just a heartbeat, you are all nowhere. There is no ground beneath you. There is no sky above you. There is no sensation of falling, standing, or even moving. You are all out of time and space. All in an area that doesn't exist, but does at the same time. The spell feels like it's being stretched. It is caught between two places that are just refusing to connect. And somewhere in this darkness around you, there is a sound of something that's almost under strain. A reverberating, resounding thrum that echoes in the space of non-existence. Then the magic simply dissipates, as if the spell itself didn't work. And after a moment of being in this moment between worlds, you are dropped out of it, and you hit the ground. But whatever you were expecting to feel under you, ground, forest, dirt, is certainly not what you hit. Instead, you hit metal. You all find yourself standing upon a broad metal deck, cold beneath your feet and slick with water. You can all smell around you the smell of the ocean, the salt licking at the air itself. The surface below you is made from enormous plates of darkened steel, each one fitted against the other with thick seams and rows of heavy rivets. Your landing has not even slightly scuffed it. Around you, there is nothing but fog. It is barely thin enough for you to see each other, maybe 5 feet away from one another. You are still all holding this stone, and you can barely see each other within this fog. And there is a thrum. There's a deep, almost unending reverberation that echoes through your very bones. The world around you is simply walls of gray, and this thrum echoes round and seems to almost ripple through this fog. But you can tell that this stone, the tablet that you guys are holding, seems to still have its magic. It doesn't seem like it's used in the same way that it was previously. But you can feel that whatever it is that you have landed on is almost calling to you. Around you is the sound of water lapping at the sides of this boat, as you can feel it moving and swaying with the ocean. All of you have been on boats before, to the best of my memory. I believe you're all on the star something.
Something.
Except for Aldith, I think. Yeah, except for Aldith.
It was the one we broke, like mechanically, like in like the map. You broke it with your special effects.
Yeah. Indeed. And so you're on this metal platform almost, as it rocks with the ocean. And everyone but Aldith can tell this is the same feeling as being on that boat from before, except this is in no way, shape, or form similar to the boat that you had previously. But around you are incredible things. You can see massive pipes that are running along portions before disappearing into what appears to be the hall. There are raised platforms, iron staircases, sealed doors, great metal hatches built into this deck. Wherever this boat is, it's huge. Everything around here is weathered. The steel below you is dark, with age, rust, salt. It looks as if it hasn't been potentially cleaned in decades, almost. And other parts are practically polished. And then the wave crashes against the hull, and you can feel water spraying across the entire deck as it slides against your boots. And then another, and then another. And then that thrum echoes around you once more. And Cyril, inside of your head, you can hear Wrath. He simply says, "Ah, the heartbeat of sloth. Interesting." Before the voice simply fades once more. The fog around you shifts, and it opens. And you can see a few things. What appears to maybe be the mast for the center of the boat, but it's a tower of steel. And you all can feel that even though you had a long day's rest, even though you should be in the middle of the daytime with the sun above you, and I think it'd be like 11 a.m., maybe noon, like the sun should be high above you, even though you've had a full night's rest and you prepared for this, you're so tired. It's a very, very, very tiring feeling, listening to the waves of the ocean. And as I move you all into this map, that is where we'll be ending it for tonight.
We're never getting to that dang kingdom.
I'm starting to get the feeling this is going to happen every time we try and use the tablet until we've taken out all of the other sins.
No,
Technically, this is
every
the
time we try to enter the city.
this is like the last sin I think that you guys haven't encountered yet, aside from Pride.
The ones that we haven't encountered, yes, but there is still 2 more out there that we know of.
And they're just chilling with the vampire.
One of them isn't contained, though.
But yes, that is where we're going to be ending it for tonight. You guys are on the Ship of Sloth. Now, we will obviously not be having normal combat next episode because you guys aren't fighting a ship. But we will be doing some fun stuffs next episode. So if you guys are interested in that content, feel free to come by next week at 6 p.m. PST. And you guys can see how our friendly fellows decide to deal with being on a ship that is made of a metal that they don't even know what is. Will our friends and fellows survive the journey that they are on, or will they fall to the whatever it is that they are standing on? Why are they so tired? Why are they still restless? We shall see, and we shall journey. Alright, hope you guys have a wonderful night. We're going to raid one of our friends real quick. We're going to pop over to my friend Obobendo, Nico, I think. Oh, well, have I raided you? I've not. We're going to raid my friend Binks and Bonks, because Binks and Bonks is sweet. I haven't raided them recently. So we're going to raid her. She's playing some Stardew Valley. You guys know how much we love Stardew Valley. So we're going to pop over, we're going to spend some time with her, and I will see all of you fine folks next time. Thank you, Wolfie. You are such a sweetheart. Alright, we'll see all of you guys next time. We will most likely be finishing King's Kindness tomorrow at 6 p.m. PST. And in about 3 hours, we're going to be doing our Ghostlight Horror Night, playing a new game. So join us for that if you're interested. Otherwise, we'll see you guys for Saturday's session. Have a good night. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Night.